Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to turn the camera off. Unfortunately, my head's kind of pounding a little bit. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to play and we're not going to talk. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever time it is by you. Hope you're having a good day. Um, Currently bronze. We haven't played a single limited game on this format. We had plenty of gold, so we jumped in, drafted this morning, picked up a Hoarding Broodlord as our pack one pick one, which kind of defined what we wanted to do. Later on, we figured out that we liked the Phyrexians. We were seeing a lot of Phyrexian synergies. We've got this as kind of a late game sort of sacrifice. We're going to sacrifice our more expensive kinds of things in order to throw fireballs directly at the opponent. Specifically, I'm looking at things like this. If you sacrificed this Gloomfang Mauler, it'll deal 7 damage and heal you for 7 damage. But if this happens to be on the board at the same time, you'll deal 14 damage. And so the value in this is really hidden. It's really far behind, right? Um, but then you can bring it back, right? You could just literally, like after this is flipped, you can bring this back, and then boom, here comes the Menace 2 with a couple of things that drop off on other creatures. And so there's a really nice synergy that happens, once we get up there in the upper part of the deck. The Hoarding Broodlord does allow us to pull a card from, uh, let's see, search your library for a card and then cast it at any other time. So I think that Ayara is the card that we're going to pull with Hoarding if it's possible or if it's still in there. And if it's not, then we're just going to kind of live in these odd zones if this is still up. If it's not, then we'll take this thing out and we'll bring it out. So we're looking for the pieces of the puzzle here to hit. This is a 6-mana spell, and it's not a permanent, so there's nothing we can do. But this one is also a 6-mana spell, which wouldn't work. So we've got 8. So really, we're looking at either the Gloomfang and then all of these 3-mana spells as the doubling sort of effects. Now, all of these can still attack, especially the Sky Warden being a flyer on the way in. And then some of these Phyrexians incubate, and slowing them down. I have no idea if this deck works. I have not been able to practice with the cards that this deck is made up of, unfortunately. There's a cool one there, but we'll do this. And we'll do that, and we'll do that. It's just, it hasn't played out. Starting deck contains only odd mana values, right? So ones, we lose all our twos, threes, we lose our four, fives, and we lose our sixes. And it just doesn't work as a companion. So we're going to keep it in the non-companion position. Glancing back, we don't have a lot of ramp strategy here. We're not leaving any. Well, this one's pretty good, but you need an aura god or a demigod in order to get the most amount of value out of it. And then you get a 4/4 god, but it also really kind of affects other enchantment cards, right? When another enchantment card enters, you get to replace it with a card. All that's excellent in like a green-white enchantment deck, but we don't have that. There aren't as nearly as many artifacts and enchantments in this set as have been in the past. We don't have a night synergy going on. So, at this point, I think we've made the most of our Phyrexian removally balmy kind of black hand, and let's see if bronze would be a little bit kinder. I'm going to level with you. I've played 3 games of limited on my other account and 3 games of sealed, and I lost all of them in horrible fashion. I would tell you that the common theme was people got me on the blocks and they got me with the tricks. We don't want to block. Everybody's got something to do to you if you block. A little scary to take considering there's nothing for us to do. We're going to have to take a mulligan and hope that we do better on the land. We did. We did good. Do better on the land. I will put this off to the side since we already have the 2 white. And it's just really late as far as usage is concerned. But I'll take it for sure. And now we're flooding. Throwing this out early isn't going to do anything because we need to sacrifice something. The Phyrexian Censor is a good first card to come down. A little scary that he already has that on the cards. So we'll just say next, and then otherwise we'll lose a lot of value out of this. We don't have a way to flip it anyway. Phyrexian Awakening is Incubate 4 on the way. Unfortunately, that's going to be tough because it's still a Phyrexian, right? So we could do this and have that out there, but I guess we'll probably just take this and put it out there as a 2/2, and then we'll do the Phyrexian one next, and maybe sack Daxos? I don't know. It's fine. See no block. Okay. So, Phyrexian Sensor might not work against this opponent, but I'd rather have the double block and be able to just sacrifice Sensor for the 4 and see what comes of the next card. Because if we can find the removal spell for this thing, we'll feel a lot better. No attack. The Tiller of Flesh. Whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more permanents, you can incubate 2. Um, I don't think I'm going to have a lot of Phyrexians necessarily. I mean, although he does seem to have blue in there. But if I double do this now, I might end up being able to keep the Censor because he might not care about it as much. Or maybe, well, who knows. But okay. I do think that we put this out now, even though we don't necessarily have a lot of payoffs for this just yet, and then we say no attack. It just kind of prevents him from attacking, sort of resets his rhythm here for a minute, and then let's see what happens next. This thing will deal X damage to a target opponent or battle, and then you gain X life, right? So not creatures, unfortunately. I definitely think that I would like to remove this Tiller of Flesh, because getting all those incubate tokens is a nightmare for us to deal with later on. We probably see some counter magic here. I've seen a lot of counter magic lately on the blue side of things, and if it happens, it happens. I'd rather it happen on this turn than something bigger and scarier. Told you. We can do the all attack. We get a lot of damage in with that. Okay. So, I could put down an Ayara and I put down a New Capenna. I think if I do that, then he has to sacrifice his artifact or creature, and this is an enchantment, so he would have to give up that creature. So I like that. I'll do this. Okay. Moment of truth, white. See you later, pups. So if I did this now, it'll deal 6 more damage to him and really put him behind the 8 ball. So I think I'd rather do that than get the Frazzle Cannon. I think we just go here, take the 6 if we can. Ah, man. Just ah. Come on. We'll do this. Interesting. I don't mind it. I would sacrifice the IRA. Yeah, I'd sacrifice it to do this, and he may not want to lose his Archivist. If he does, it's okay. But it's gone now. That's okay. There's a lot of mana that he had to use to make that happen. We are currently at 6 mana. One more mana gives us the opportunity to do this. What do you think? Phyrexian Sensor, Frazzle Cannon. We'll go here. See if we can't flip it. Okay. Even better. See you later, pups. I don't think he understands what the Obosh is doing, and I know exactly how he feels. Right? So, we're going straight for face on this one. Mm-hmm. I don't think a Phyrexian I'm going to control is going to die, but it's nice to know that I've got more ready to go. Just keep going to face. Just really put him in a tough spot. That's game. That counts as a win. I would say that this card is busted. So busted. It's got me thinking about other odd mana cards coming into the deck. Claiming that. So you guys are even mana, right? And in a vacuum, you're pretty good. But this thing would be hitting for 6. And even if it dies, it's still going to do more damage too. And that's a little bit better than good. So now the question is, are these 3 mana creatures the focus instead of the Tenured Oilcaster? And no, I'll keep it in Phyrexia though. This is still Phyrexian. I think we'll keep it in Phyrexian and see if that works to our advantage. This would be the other thing that we could do though. We could incubate 3. Or we could come in and dump off like a +1 onto these and then just really make them hurt a lot and get the lifelink out of it. Yeah, I think I like that better. Once you get the beat sticks out, that's kind of your win con, right? Yeah, I think we'll just keep it this way. We need to keep things to do. We've got some nice ones over here too that I like. I was thinking maybe we get rid of one of these guys. But he's got odd mana, and he could turn into something huge. I like how he hands off the counters. Opponent definitely made a mistake trying to block some of that stuff. Yeah. So one theory would be stay in the creature side and remove the traumatic revelation, which does create a body. It's not like a completely non-creature kind of side. And then bring in the consuming Aetherborn as a way to put a +1 counter, which will be worth 2 onto any of these kinds of things. Just really allowing them to win on a lot of fights that come up. This is unfortunately an even numbered creature. I worry though that they're going to come in and just not have the ability to attack or block because of the tap thing, and I don't want that thing to bounce back and hit me. We've got a lot of Phyrexians, and I think we're just going to stick with it for right now. Bringing back the Etched Familiar is just a play on getting the most out of Obosh, but we still want to have the ability to block over here, and so I think that's what we're going to keep. 5 mana will do 6 damage if this guy's out, so yeah, like the faster Obosh hits the deck, I think the more damage we get a chance to do. But we'll find out. Game number 2. We're 1-0. 3 mana. Gift of Completion is not the greatest. It does have an Anthem effect for the other Phyrexians, which is good. And we do have both of our colors. So I guess we're keep. So one nice part about this format is it seems like if you get into situations like this where the 1 mana and the 2 mana creatures just aren't there, it's okay. Unless they play a 1 mana creature off the go. What the what? Haha. Come at me with your placid rotten tail. Okay. He can only get rid of the Tenured Oilcaster, which he shouldn't have done. He should have considered. Uh-huh. Yep. She's got some ramp going on here. Pretty solid ramp, to be honest with you. I guess I'll put this out there for now. And if I end up taking out both of those, well, I mean, he's only got the rot tail. But if he's going to put something out, that's going to get the +1s. So I know what his mana is getting spent on next. And that helps me a ton. Because now it's kind of solidifying the fact that we're going to see catcher for these plus counters. That if it's what I think it is, if it's that green thing that comes out as a 1/1, oh man, we got to go. Like, that's not terrible. Right? And unfortunately, we would just I would just go take our damage, right? Do I really want this yet? I don't think so. I have so much removal. Yeah, we'll just end. Let's see. We might end up finding something that we want to get rid of. Let's surveil. Sure. This is an interesting game. I think I can get rid of an artifact, right? So, oh no, they're all enchantments, unfortunately. Interesting. Let's go. Something big's coming. That wasn't it. hmm Whenever it attacks, you get a +1. Interesting. Yeah, no, that's fine. I like that. Okay. The +1 counters aren't going to do me much good, but getting rid of this guy is going to do me a lot of good. And maybe I can surveil 2. And it's a lot of land. And I already have 5. So 1 in the graveyard doesn't hurt. No on the attacks. We could race. You want to race? I don't want to race. I changed my mind. Fine. Just in the nick of time. Whew. Okay. If he attacks, I'm okay. Yeah, no blocks is fine. I don't think that's good on his part because I could... Huh. What do you have in here? Whenever a creature becomes the target of an ability, you get to destroy that creature. Right? So a traumatic revelation reveals your hand. You can choose a creature or a battle card. And if you don't, you get to incubate. Yeah, I think I just take out this. Scry. I guess. That's okay. Hmm. That's 2 wins. Got a little close there. Not gonna lie. I got a little nervous at the end. But he shouldn't have attacked that last creature. I don't think he saw the fact that the Frazzle Cannon was growing our guy so fast. So, we're off to a great start. 2-0. Let's keep it rolling. I think that a lot of really great players took the first half of the month off and came back in the platinum area. And now they are just owning all of us noobs who have risen up to the platinum skies. um, that's what it feels like to me. I got through gold with limited earlier in Kamigawa. I was doing really good. But yeah, it's got really rough. This is a keep. We've got something to do at 2, something to do at 3, and the 3 mana to make it happen. Even 2 things to do at 3. I might probably want this thing first. So looks something like that. Dramatic Revelation. If it misses, I still get a 3/3 eventually. So say hello to him too. He's not gonna like this. Okay, so he's got bounce spells, he's got fixed spells, and he's got, the owner of it puts back in the library. So we've got a bounce spell coming our way for sure. I do think it's worth us taking this out. We'll be facing some knights without a doubt. I don't have that second white, unfortunately. But I do think that this is a kind of cool playthrough line. I can throw this out. I'll have some summoning sickness, and then I'll do the Phyrexian Awakening, and then when he hits, I'll get the free incubate. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Cool for later. Down you go. Make your little token. All attack. Turn your token. Got the 4/4. Ready to rock. Thank y'all. That was a good play line. I agree. All right, so I'm expecting a knight, like a 2/2, to hit the deck here. Uh, Drag the card and put it second from the top. It's not gonna. It's not gonna matter. Can I get it back? It's gone. Gone. That's okay because we know he does not have Phyrexians, and we know we do. Sorry, buddy. You're just gonna whiff on a lot of things here. This one's gonna incubate 2 for 2, and then this thing can come in 2, but no, it can't because of the whites. So, we'll just do this again. Mm-hmm. What's left? +1 counters on the protection. Gift of Completion creates that deal with the incubate 3. I kind of like the invasion and just get rid of the Inquisitor. What's this guy get? Like plus extra on there? That's fine. We just do this. Holy Frazzle Cannon. There you go. Oh, nice shot. Um, I'd say no on the attacks. I kind of want to see what he does here. The Frazzle Cannon's not like a must-have. Probably should have thrown that out. Okay, nice. No. Yeah, I would like to get rid of that now. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Okay. I guess we'll do this, just because we know we're going to lose a Phyrexian here. Right? Let's get a Frazzle Cannon in order to pump up. Yeah, we'll lose our flyer most likely. Most likely. Not a guarantee, but most likely. But we'll flip this. Yep, that's fine. I dig it. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I want that. Why? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. It won't let me draw. It won't let me play. And I don't understand why. That is very frustrating. Ah, dude. Fudge. I think I'll be okay. Thank God. Please. Okay, so we're guaranteed to be able to get rid of that guy on the next turn. Like, it's a guarantee. So by putting this guy out there now, we're able to essentially outrace him, right? Because we just picked up that extra life, which is huge. He can block one more guy here, but he still needs 2 more turns. I'm hoping to take his 5/6 guy out of the picture. If he has another blocker, it might change it just a little bit. It's okay. We knew that this was coming. Get a little healing going on. And then this thing will do what? Yeah, I think that's fine, right? If he's telling me he doesn't have it, I'm going to believe him. Oh my God. That game did not go our way multiple times. Specifically, Phyrexian Censor came back and beat me in the face. Ouch. That's okay. Oops is right. I didn't realize they count it as a casting of a second spell. So you play it as one, and then you cast it, and it counts as another. Okay, off to a very, very good start at 3-0. I do like the deck. I do like how it's got a lot of interaction at every step of the way. It doesn't feel like you should do anything but play 2 different colors of mana and then let creatures and spells open up as opposed to other ones. I got a 2-piece. I got my bomb. I'm keeping essentially at this point right here. So I would like to start with the black, switch to the white, hopefully draw something in the odd mana color like a 3-mana creature, and go from there. Hello. We got some blue. See what they discard. Draw 2. Blue-white, thinking knights. The only good thing about knights is that there isn't a huge amount of, like, I don't want to say synergy is the wrong answer, right? But essentially, it has first strike when another knight comes in, and that's just kind of scary. But if I throw this out, and then I do this, and then I do that, I think it's a good trade. I think it's a removal spell. It kind of resets the board a little bit, and then this little nondescript etched familiar comes out. Nobody's thinking like, oh my God, that thing's a game winner right there. Although he might be. He's going to remove it. He didn't remove it, and I feel very good about that. I want to see if the -2s. Watch, let's see. Do I get the odd thing? Nah, just get the 2. unfortunately. I think he's just reading cards. I'm hoping he's just reading cards. No. I'm completely without a card to play. I've gotten 6, 7, 8 mana. Only 3 in the beginning. We're on turn 5, so I've done nothing but draw mana and one other card. And this is getting out of hand. Come on. Hook me up, dude. That doesn't count as a hookup because I can't. Wait a minute. Never mind. I changed my mind completely. Mm-hmm. That's everything, right? That is everything. Okay. I hate doing that, but I think it's worth it. 2, 4, 11, 12. Got to block with both. Down to 4. Okay. Should slow down the attack on the crackback. If he attacks with 3, I can trade out 1. Let's go with this. See what you're holding. Just a land. Activate that. Take out 2 of his things. I think that's worth it, right? I'm either taking out 3 of his things on the board, and it's not going to be with that. That's good. Take out 4 of his things? Could be game. Oh. We got a good card coming. Good on you. There you go. Autopay. What would we like? We could just do the Ayara, right? Deals X damage to the opponent, and you gain X life. Where X is, yeah, we'll just do that. Really? Can I do it now? Yeah, she won't be able to attack. We'll just say next. Definitely. I think that's probably the game. Yeah. And there's just too many ways for me to win with the Ayara too. I can sacrifice this guy that's down here. Um, okay, so very, very nice, right? Puts us at 4 wins, no losses. We've got a pretty sweet deck going on here. We're up to 1,400 gems and 3 extra packs. So if we could just get to final boss, man, we could really jumpstart the gem count in this thing. In fact, we might even be able to consider the mastery pass. I've never spent any money on this account. So if you go into like the store, what you'll see, I think I picked up the 500 off something, and yeah, I still have the 2,500 gems and 5 packs, $5 bundle, right? So I could spend the $5 and I could get plenty of gems to round out the battle pass. I just don't know if I'm going to grind this thing out for a whole season. I think I'd rather do another, like just kind of keep collecting gold along the way and then do more of these kinds of drafts until the quick draft in March of the Machine shows up, and just kind of use it as an experience kind of way to move forward in this. So let's go back to the event. Life is nice and easy in bronze. We love bronze. So 4-0 and moving on up. Tells me that I'm not far off of doing well in this format. I just need to understand the battles and the battle tricks that exist in this a little bit more. So we got one mana creature, and then everything else is removal and it's expensive, or kind of removal and expensive. But I think we'll just take the swing on it. There, and we're already rewarded. Check us out. Ooh. I like this. Nope. What you want to get rid of? Probably you, huh? You're just so far away. I kind of dig this. And then we'll just say next, and just say no. If Finn, the Fangbearer, wants to attack, I can go with Scornblade Berserker, and I can still sacrifice it, right? This looks kind of control-y, so to speak. Interesting, interesting. If this gets out now, what's kind of nice about it is the Surveil 1. If this gets out now, I don't have a lot to sack, so. Right. And we'll go to next, and we'll attack with 1 is fine, and see what comes. It's probably just a small trade with like nobody. Okay, that's fine. Gift of Completion, creating a 4/4 for 4, as well as providing Surveil every time something dies, is an incredibly high amount of value. Like, surveilling the cards, I get addicted to it, like big time. So what do you think? Ayara comes out, and we attack in with these two. Or, yeah, I think we just hold off on Ayara for a second. We just attack with these two. He's going to have to do something soon. I'll take it. Get to Surveil and see what comes next. It's another removal spell. Unfortunately, I don't have the mana for that removal spell. I don't want to put it in the graveyard, though. Do I have something to do on the next turn? Yeah. Yeah, I get another draw on it. That's fine. He doesn't have the guy that I'm scared of anymore, so this dude can come out and mill everybody. I like not having Finn to worry about. That's pretty nice. Okay. So we can do it again, but this time we can attack with 3. Go for it. And then they can mill. Oh, that would have been our land. Oh, what would you have gotten? Nice. Nice. That's good. That's real good. Please be a land. Yeah, I'll take it. Do that 1 damage, baby. Woo! You are hot, hot, hot. Something big's coming, right? Like, is there another way around this? It's got to be huge. Good. Like I said, good. Not great. Definitely want that land. What do you think? Even if I get the land, I won't be able to cast. I can't transform. Sacrifice another artifact or creature, and then it deals X damage, where X is the sacrifice permanent's mana value. So I think we're just doing this and to a battle or an opponent, right? So I think we just say next, and we'll say no attacks. And come on, baby. Let's go. My turn. Yeah. Does he have the one and only card that could save his Doom Scar? Sort of. Can I sacrifice myself? Kind of, yeah. Should I do it? Yeah. Yeah. Look at that stack. Yeah. Ha! Nice. Surveil 2. I don't hate it. He's out of cards, so not scared about mana. Let's see what this is. It's pretty good. Gets him 2 more cards. That's a little scary on the life. Street White Negotiators. I think we do another failed conversion. Scry 2. No. That's fine. We can get that invasion out. That'd be kind of cool. Definitely. Yeah, I think we'll do this. What do you think? Or I just. Yeah, no. Getting 1 damage is 1 damage. Getting rid of a 3/3 and opening up the lane is another. Yeah. Okay, so we cleaned through those cards. He's getting a 3/3. That he's not converting. This, unfortunately, will do any target 3, so I think we just throw it out there. I only see one card right now. Yeah. Okay. It's coming next. Oh, yeah. That's good. I gotta hand it to him. He has fought and fought and fought, right? Sure. Yay! Decimate the decimate. 5-0. Definitely had that one under control the whole time. Do you think that my man just got himself into a top deck war, and that's just never good. So who are the winners here, right? Like, won one game, but never even had to attack with this thing. Won another game because of this thing. So that's 2 of the 5. Has every other win just come from small ball? From Phyrexian incubation kinds of stuff? We flipped this one once, and we got the damage out of this one once. This thing did some work. This thing has done some work. This thing's done work multiple times. I do like our control here. I do think that like getting these incubate tokens on the back end of some control cards, 2 mana, get a 3/3 out there, put 2 more in, and you end up with a 4/4 as well as surveils for the rest of the game because you're in the Phyrexian like deal is just way better than I thought it was going to be. Way better. Okay, we keep going. All right, we've got 5 wins done. We need 2 more in a row to go undefeated. Let's see what happens. This will be a fun one. 3 with a Norm's Inquisitor. As long as there's a white mana, it's a keep. 3 mana. We got a white. We got a black. We got a 2-drop. We got 3 drops. We're feeling solid. That's the other thing that I would say about this. This curve is really nice. Like, we should look at this curve and say this is kind of the ideal situation for this format. Totally Kyle, dude. I can't even tell you if I've seen this card. Yeah, I have, and I don't like it. I know, I remember it now. I was like, what is going on there? I put the 2/2 out and try to trade with the flyer, or just put some 2 damage on him. And I don't love it. I do think that I feel a little bit more confident with this because I want the info. I want to know what I'm walking into, and yeah, this is going to turn out to be a lot more important. There's a lot to get through on this guy. This guy also has a lot to get through. Lots of little 1/1s. I feel like this is a convoking flyer deck kind of deal. The only thing that I would say is I'm not that concerned about this. And I'm a little bit concerned about this, but it's 3 turns away, so we'll take this out of there. Yeah, no. We want to get the incubate tokens plussed up as fast as we can. Nice. Okay. Um, hmm. Phyrexians have vigilance. That makes that into a 5/5 with vigilance. So if I don't pick up another mana, I get a 3/3 and a 5/5 on the board. I feel strong about that. I think he's going to cast this guy. No, he's going to do that. Good on you? I don't know. Weird. Mm-hmm. Keep it coming, full steam. One more white mana gives me a double spell. One more black mana gives me a double spell. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, didn't get that, so we don't have the double spell action, but we can do this. And we can do... What are you going to turn into? Another flyer. Yeah, another artifacts. Creatures, not artifacts. One, just one? Okay. We don't have a lot of artifacts here, kiddo. I think I just go in with this guy. I mean, he'd have to use two of his guys to do it. Like, I don't care about the 2/2. Mm-hmm. Nice. Just do that. It's fine. He's out of mana. He's got friends now. These two are so good. You should always consider these. If you're doing a Phyrexian deck, Surveil when one dies, grab you some Vig every time. Like, these are just way overpowered. Way overpowered. So what are you, a vehicle? With crew 1, you get to make a little guy here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, I can't believe how mana locked I am. I'm just kind of sad about it, not gonna lie. He could sell out. He could jump. He's got choices. He's got kanji. He's got shrimp. He's got a shrimp kanji that just won't quit. Could get rid of two of them. But he keeps me alive, which I never understood, right? This one, sacrifice another creature or artifact, and you're both enchantments. So I guess we'll just go here. So something's coming. I could definitely use that mana. Shana. Okay, so he's definitely casting this guy now. It's going to make 2 1/1s. And our vigilant boys can block everything on the ground. He's going to do 5 damage here. Good on him. If we draw one more mana, we should be able to... That's not one more mana. But I'm still going to just smash, I think, at this point. I guess it's worth going out and getting the white mana. Mm-hmm. You did it. Even better for me. Careful, that's 2. Okay. Let's see what's coming. No. Shikaka, huh? Um, we're playing cycle. It's just a long series of events to get to where we are now. Okay, so what happens here? Whenever you cast a spell that has Convoke, it deals 1 damage to each opponent for each battle they protect. So, spelly, belly, 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 spelly, belly, belly. Come on with the wide thing. Holy crap. What am I taking in the air? 2, 3, 4. So 6, 7. 7 in the air. I can cover the ground. He's going to be equal to the number of artifacts, which is 2. So he could theoretically make it 8. So I got to kill some things in the air, right? If I don't, I'm dead. I think I'm dead. I think I actually took a loss here. What's that going to do for you? Just play defense, I guess? Of course. I'm curious. What would happen if I attacked with 2? I thought about that. I think we take out the big guy, and I think we take out the little guy. Nope. I think that's a no. What do I got coming my way? I got 2, 4, 6, 7, and then I can block 1, right? So what do I need? Not this. Mhm. I don't see a way around it. I would need something that would go face, and I just don't have it. I can block 1, and that's it. I can't do this because I can't tap. And I don't have enough to double spell, so I can't double block. And so it's just over. Like, it's just over. Sucks, but we took a loss. Kyle, good job. You ground us out. It's not going to work. Concede. Okay, moving on. We took a loss. We're 5-1. 'Tis alright. Let's go next. The Inquisitor. 2 land, no white. Gotta have to take a mulligan to that, because if we just had 1 more white, I think it's a different story. Or even if we had a card that would have helped us get white, it's a different story. We can bring you up later. Actually, I'll tell you what. We could bring you up much later because you're too expensive. This isn't that bad, actually. Yeah. Let's see what you got. Mr. Blue. He needs that red. And he got rid of a green? Okay. Sick. I would much rather have the Enduring Bond Warden's stuff land there. We got all colors. Let's see. Okay. through cards quick here. Breeding Champion could have attacked before. I'm not so sure why he didn't. Okay. There you go. Nice. Dang, that's pretty good. I think I probably get this guy out of here. Take a look what's coming next. Oh. Hold on. I need 5 mana. I have 5 mana. Yep. Mm-hmm. People be playing this Doomscar Warrior, but I don't know if they're getting as much value out of it as the Preening Champion. Probably just trade that out and leave that go. Told you. Yep. Yeah, that was coming. But it's okay. Come on. Nope. No attacks is fine. Got some more removal spells. How come I couldn't do the thing? Sorcery speed only. God damn it. I think we lost. Good game. Nothing we could do about it. Man, that Doomscar Warrior, like, freaked me out twice, and I messed up twice on it. I should have just blocked it, and instead I gave it to him. This is getting harder. Oh no, we gotta go 2-0. Oh no. It's okay if we don't, but we would love to get one more at least for the pack, and no. I think we'll do this instead. Bit of a bummer there. Should have just blocked it and moved on. There'll be new cards. Just don't take the damage if you can get away with it on the even. The longer you let them sit with their tools, the more likely they're going to pull something that they've been trying to pull. 3 mana, 2 creatures underneath. As long as the colors line up even slightly, we're fine. We need some white though. Ha! What did I say? We need some white. though. I'm gonna keep it. I can put the Ayara out eventually. A companion? Hold on. It's not a good one. Well, actually worked out just fine. You know, for all that work, like, we kind of end up in the same place that we were in, right? Where essentially we don't have much to do until turn 3. And then after turn 3, we had one or two things to do. So it's like, well, is losing the card really the right answer? No, it's fine. Resolve. My turn. No more than one spell for you. Unless you've got Phyrexians. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Damn. I guess we would mana cycle, but I'd rather capture that. We're at 4. If we pull a mana here, that would be 3, or set 5. What do you get to do? You get to put an instant card up at the top. Can I do it too? Okay. Changes things a little. I still want to trade this thing. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just say end. One more mana. Take out this dude, I guess. Probably take out that guy. Touch, 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 touch. Yeah. What do you get to do? Sacrifice, good, draw a card. Yeah. Yes. My turn. So what you're saying is, that was weird. All the mana in the world. 1 Yorian. Yeah. Yay! That's okay. Because you died. 6. Okay, final boss battle. It all comes down to this, man. Guaranteed last game. Got a chance to play all 9 of them, or 8 of them so far, and this will be game 9. Guaranteed to walk out with 5 packs, 1,800 gems, along with, just to recap the value that's going on in this sucker, we got an invasion of Kaldheim, which is a really excellent invasion. It deals, just kind of cycles through some of your cards, I guess, but the Pyre of the World, it does 2 damage to any target whenever you discard a land. It can be pretty gnarly. We got kind of a leftover, like rare, that we got out of the deck. And then we got a nice invasion that happens pretty early in white. It has a lot of aura, god, demigod kind of filtration through it. But whenever another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you get to draw a card. It has lifelink as long as you control at least 3 other enchantments. So there is a massive like green-white enchantment deck in my mind that I can't wait to build because of that card. And then we got the Ancient Imperiosaur. And the sucker is insane in the Convoke deck. You get +2 every time you Convoke. So really pretty solid value in the battles over here. In the rares, we got 3. Now down here, we got, a rare card that we don't get to play, in standard. So it is what it is. We don't count that as a rare, but we did get another Ayara. And we did get a Hoarding Broodlord, which is really cool. So 3 more rares down here plus the 4 rares up here make one heck of a high value draft. And just some solid gameplay, right? Like a lot of the value in our deck is down here. Even though these cards are like bombs, we're down here most of the time. We're playing on the early side and keeping our decision making maybe the best character of our deck as opposed to the bomb coming in. Um, yeah. I mean, the companion thing was kind of goofy, but we're down to the final boss. This is the last game. We either get 6 wins or we get 7. And we started off with 4 lands and a traumatic revelation, which are all okay. Failed conversion, invasion, nothing great, but nothing terrible. I'm definitely gonna keep this thing because if I've got both colors, I'm 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 okay with kind of losing maybe the creature battle in the beginning for a little bit, and then kind of catching back up with some higher value creatures. Now we are gonna have to stop drawing lands. I'm not gonna lie. That's not a good thing to be at 5. Good on you. He 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, of course we draw the most expensive card that we could own. And he lost a Invasion of Tolaveda. When it enters the battlefield, you return a non-battle permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ooh, that is sick. It's down the road, but it's pretty good. Don't get damaged or you're going to lose your creature. And then this is all about ramp. So he'll get to ramping pretty quick here. If I take the escort, I got a long time. And he went straight battles, man. I mean, he went straight battles. So I think I'll take this. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of damage in if I don't draw a creature, unfortunately. That counts. Nice. Let's see what happens here. Totally fine with that. Surveil away, my friend. Surveil away. Another little guy. I don't know what to tell you. Everything's 5 or more. Like, only drafting the removal spells at the top of our deck kind of hurts. What'd you got down here? Okay. Yeah, you're getting gone. Goodbye. Surveil 2. We need creatures. They're both creatures. They're in white. We need to stabilize 2. I think we're taking it. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Get your little 1/1. The hardest part about this is that, like, in order to just slow down the damage, I got to keep doing this. And it's just, it's not good because I can't get a board presence if everything is 5 and 6 mana every time. I desperately needed to have something lower, and I just don't. Like, I just don't. This thing keeps coming back from the grave. Like, how's that happening? God, I am stuck again. What do you want to do here? You could throw 2 creatures out, stabilize a little bit, and Could you throw 3? We got 4? Okay. I got an idea. All right, we're not dead. Yeah. Heal. Heal. That's going to hurt. Maybe not. Only just a 1/1. Or a Thespian. One of the two. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. I guess we just go like this. And this. And this. Moving back up. Yeah, I knew that was coming. But that's okay. Mm-hmm. He's out of cards. He's not out of mana. You're bringing in another creature. Probably got Death Touch. Get rid of that guy. Nobody wants to deal with that. Probably just keep going this way. Right? Yeah, we'll go this way. That's fine. We'll go that way. That's your play. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5. Okay. Convocable? Or get your damage in while you can? We just do this. Just make their life hard. Autopay. Do I take the Ayara and then sack him out with the Ayara to gain all the life? Or I could go 5. Yeah. Yeah. We did it! We did it! We did it! We got to 7. Heck yeah. Now, just to recap this game, my man was doing some fast work at the low end of the deal between what do we take on? The Wary Thespian, which did some damage in the front end. I don't know how this got kicked. Like he discarded it somehow. Maybe because it was too far down the road, but only 4. I don't know. I mean, I would have kept this. I would have kept that for sure, especially over like this one. I don't know. He made some questionable decisions, but he played well. He played fast, and final boss battle complete. Wow, does that feel good after the rest of the day that we had? Holy cow! 7 wins, claim the prize. 2,200 gems, 6 packs, along with the 6 rares that we got posted up over here. I have got to say, Phyrexian Black and White feels really good if you take enough cards in the 2-3 slot to make it to make it work. I think this is a bit of a handlebar. Like you kind of want to avoid the 3/4 trap that I've fallen into, where all of my cards are 3 or 4 mana and I'm just not able to repopulate. We were toast, except for one thing: Daxos, and then the 2/1 drops. But the combination of these ended up becoming the kind of healing that we needed to restabilize and bring everything right back up. And just by doing that, we were able to then wait for our turn to get some of these removal spells, on board with enough mana. So definitely, went over the top at the end with our 2 big bombs and a third big bomb waiting in the background and our fourth big bomb. Like we definitely went all full value on our kid. But I don't know. I gotta say that the hero is these 2 slots right here. Looking at the Phyrexians working together and the controlling incubation style that we did, where we kept them down a card, kind of kept it hard for them to do what they wanted to do. And then giving everybody vigilance, giving everybody scries when they die. Like, man, there is value in this area that I just haven't seen in any of the other decks that I've built, and it showed. It really, really showed. That was that was really, really good. That's all I'm going to say. 7 wins, 6 packs, 2,200 gems for a grand total of, if it's 200 gems a pack, right? That's 1,200 gems plus 2,200 is 3,400 gems in one worth of value, along with everything that came out of there. That's just amazing. That is awesome. Gotta love it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's check out what we got in the packs, and then we'll call it. Looks like we did get a 7th pack as well, because of what's been going on. And I mean, we've got 19 rares, 8 mythics, 31 commons. Like we've got the ability to do some crafting if we ever want to. But now with all these gems, I'm gonna do another draft in this, with the 10,000. And if we can get this number up to something like 4,000-ish in the range, maybe we get 3 or 4 wins on the next one, I think that we're looking at probably just doing some quick drafts on this account for the rest of the season. When the quick drafts show up for March of the Machines, we should be in a good spot. We'll definitely have 5,000 more there too, and at 750, I think the average cost is for us is going to be around 300, because we're gonna get to like 3 or 4 wins around on average, and that gives you back like 350 to 450 gems. So average cost is going to be right around 400. That's almost like 10 drafts. It was just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing in the value side. I love this card. Whenever you attack, not whenever you enter the battlefield, not whenever you make it home, whenever you attack, you get like a unicorn with 3 horns on it, according to this. It's a dinosaur, but I'm just saying it looks funny. Or you get these vampires in armor. That means they can't fly. I don't know. If I was a vampire, I wouldn't wear armor like that. Whenever you attack, create a tapped and attacking dinosaur where X is the greatest power among the other attacking creatures that you've got. So think like a 5/5, coming with a 12/12. Or you get the same thing, but just 5/1/1s. So if you need to flow around somebody, maybe they got a really wide board state, and just getting a chump block out of an extra 5/5 is not going to do anything. Putting 5/1/1s might be able to limit their ability. So pretty good stuff there. I am a big fan of this. I like the ability to scry 3. I think there's more value in that than you know. You get a chance to plan out your next attacks and turns. Never use cards that you didn't want. Never hold your breath when the top deck shows up, because you know what's coming. And then Quendy's just a awesome card that you're not going to play outside of. I'm not sure why they'd give it to you in these packs, because you can't play it in standard, and so it's really only available in like limited or in historic. You get 1 copy of this, you're probably fine. It's not. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a fan of them being in the packs. I'm a fan of them being in the draft because they're really interesting in the draft, but in the packs, not so much. I definitely wanted to practice with this card. I've heard really good things about it. It seems really neat. Essentially, it's a vehicle that creates the thing that's going to crew it when it hits the deck. So for 5 mana, you get a 4/1 vehicle that has haste that you could immediately crew and go if you use the extra 2 mana not mentioned in this to incubate. So pretty cool stuff. I've had some luck with this card. I definitely like this card a lot, especially in um, limited. It just we haven't drafted red, and then this is one of the better removal spells in the format because of the Ward 3. So not only do you get the enchantment, but then the enchantment really has a pretty high price if you want to get rid of it. Talking about you, Invoke Despair, Realmbreaker, really? I guess in a deck full of Praetors, Realmbreaker's really neat, right? Helps you kind of ramp up, and then when you get to 10 mana, boom goes the dynamite. You would want to be very, very focused on getting that 10 mana as fast as possible. So treasure generation. All right, so testing, testing. All right, I'm back. Sorry, headphone set ran out of batteries. But like I was saying before, there's a way to make this card amazing, I think, with the Praetors. I just haven't figured it out yet, and I haven't seen anybody figure it out yet. But it reminds me of some of the other dirtily. Excuse me. Deal. Oh, we got our second one. We can start to make decks. This is a really cool invasion too. You sacrifice something on your side to make them get rid of something on theirs. I've had a lot of fun with this in limited. You got to know what you're doing though. It's not something that you cast on your second turn unless you've got a 1/1 sitting out there and he put out something kind of scary on turn 3. But for the most part, it's sitting in the back. The Frazzle Cannon is really slow. You have to pay to equip it. Then when it goes on, nothing happens until they attack. And then when they attack, that's when you get the +1s. A lot of bad things can happen between the time that you flip this and the time that you attack next. It's like the two longest moments, it feels like. Awesome, by the way. Giving Menace for 3 mana, along with the ability to create treasures, is exactly what I was talking about with the ramp strategy. I actually think this is a unsung hero in the entire set. And then this is really good too. So you can't copy this spell, but this spell will copy um, permanents that's on there. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, you get to do both. So kind of fits in the black blue Millie kind of deck that exists. I don't know how good that deck is in limited, but I can definitely see this as a build around in standard, and I definitely think that like getting a chance to copy something pretty big and scary twice, because you can copy a target spell and then you can copy a target creature, so you can copy the same thing twice, I think, as long as they got 8 in there, and that's just for 4 mana. Woohoo! That gets pretty good. Another one of the throwback cards, pretty good one. Enters the battlefield, scries 3. We already talked about how powerful that is. It's a 3/3. She gets to draw 3 cards when she dies, if 3 or more creatures died that turn. So, she sits there, she sits there, she sits there in a big long board stall, and then boom, you just explode. This Convoke ability makes this insane because you can wait until everybody's like lined up, and then you can tap your creatures, and then you can use this card because of that instant speed convoke. Instant speed convoke is off the charts as far as like the value that you can pull out of it. Another one, another one. Making our Phyrexian deck. I don't. This is a good one. It's not the best one. But whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more permanents, you get to incubate 2. So I can see the removal spells in black being a good example. Don't love this card, mostly because it freaks me out. And then Knights of the Errant of Eos, Knight Errant of Eos. So this has got a Convoke ability, which means for 5 mana you get a 4/4, but you could probably cast this thing for less than 5 mana most of the time. When it enters the battlefield, you get to look at the top 6 cards of your library, reveal 2 of those creature cards with mana value X or less, where X is the number of creatures that convoked. So you really want those little mana dorky kind of guys that just sit on there. They kind of, are annoying blockers for the first 2 or 3 turns, and then boom, you do this, you pull out all those cards, and then you get a chance to pull 2 3/3s out of there, and this thing just hits the deck, and you've got an instant army. I love this thing. I think I actually like this thing in the red-white idea of the deck, a little bit more because red has certain cards that just when they hit the deck they create extra +1s. Blue does too, with the the so one of the knights is a strobe light knight or something like that, and every time another knight hits the deck, he makes another knight kind of deal, and then that can be really nice for convoking and going wide really, really fast. Also, incubator tokens are a great way to do that too. Start to look at cards that leave you an incubate token as well as, mill a deck, provide Phyrexians with vigilance, allow you to look at their cards and select a creature or a battle and get rid of it. Like all of those cards that have incubate on the back end of it have way more value than their mana price. I definitely think that they'll end up being the star of the show. So far, at least, that's what has stood out to me as like the most effective way to put large bodies on the deck without having to constantly lean into mana. Trample Prowess or Trample Ward 2 Prowess. Very, very good card. Probably one of the better than half the rares or kind of uncommon card. So very happy to see this one. Getting a chance to, turn this thing into a 3/3. It also goes up 2/2 every time you cast a spell. It's hard to remove. It has trample. There's just nothing to hate about it. Another one of these Rona cards. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, each opponent loses life. And then you can cast Rona from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying a cost. There's just nothing about her value to me that says you should do that. You should not do that. Really solid card, though, in the Incubate deck, for sure. That's the other thing about the Incubate deck. Not a lot of cards don't have value in the Incubate deck. Hey, this is another one of those rare white battles. When it enters the battlefield, look at the opponent's hand. You can exile a non-land card from it for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may play it, but a spell cast this way costs 2 more. So you're not really getting rid of it, you're just taxing it by 2. And then once you get rid of this guy, at the beginning of your end step, put a +1 counter on each creature that attacked that turn. Sacrifice creatures, gain hexproof and indestructible. So a final push. And some early stuff. This is good. This is exactly the kind of battle that I would cast on turn 2 because I think that's when you're going to have the best effect out of it. And then later on, when you can flip it, it's going to plus everybody up in the mid game. And then at the very end of the game, when everybody's forgotten about that enchantment sitting over there, you can attack in and give everybody, maybe you can block their insane block there with all their tramply creatures or whatever, and none of your creatures die, and you get a chance to crack back. A lot of cool stuff. Remove 5 counters from a target permanent and draw a card. I actually think this works against battles. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the battles have counters on them, right? This thing enters with defense counters, right? So you can use this to flip that, and that's kind of cool. And I definitely wish I'd seen more of these out there with the battles, because I think that like not having to attack, getting a chance to cast and then flip for 5 total mana is an amazing amount of value that you can get out of that. So there is a black-white battle deck that exists too. It's not just all Phyrexians. Oh, Yargle and Multani. Just a real dumb 18/6. I think that the way to win with this card is to cast it and have something like an artifact that gives it flying ready to go, and something else like the little 1/3 red card that gives haste, or like if you can gift out some keywords that they're missing, you can turn this thing into a powerhouse after it goes. But otherwise, I don't know about that. Another battle, though. When this enters the battlefield, put a +1 counter target creature, and then that creature fights another creature. So it's got a nice little removal spell built into it. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, target creature gains +2/+2 and loses all abilities until end of turn. That would work here, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't. Don't know why it wouldn't. And Judith, the Scourge Diva. Huh? So a 2/2 that gives everything +1, which is good right off the bat. And then when any non-token creature you control dies, she deals 1 damage to any target. So what a great way to be a finish move on there. I totally dig it. I totally dig it. Boy, that's kind of scary looking. which looks like a giant in the water. Cool. Um, happy, happy, happy. Like this pack a lot. We got a lot of good stuff there. And more Shaunas. Again, I don't know about this card. I really don't. Um, can crew for 1 and then become a mana dork. It has vigilance, so it's a good blocker. It's not. It's got a lot more value than it seems. I just haven't figured out how to use it, but I'm going to end up having to soon. So this thing is cool, though. This thing's really neat. You can convoke it in, so you can get it out there for pretty cheap. You have to equip it still for 2. So, at its current cost of 5 mana to cast and 2 mana to equip, it's no good. But definitely has some value later on. And the best rare in the game. Can you believe that? The best rare in the game. We just got it right off the bat like that. You guys are nuts. Absolutely nuts. Draw 2 and discard. I don't know. I don't love the idea of that. I don't love the idea of this either. Some of these convokes in blue just feel way too expensive. I know you can get blue little creatures more often, but I don't know. What do you say we pause the stream? And that one will kind of go into the video of the one that we did before. And then let's go ahead and do another draft. We've got the gold. We can do it. And let's just see how high we can punch up our gem number off of this. Because I feel like, obviously, going 7-2 was exciting and fun. But, yeah, it didn't last long, huh? We want to do it again. So I'm not even going to end the stream. Screw it. I'll just leave it like this. We'll change the title or make a note on it, and then we'll make a video for the rest. What's going on here? They changed jump-ins, didn't they? Resign at any time if you wish. To rejoin and pick new packets, you'll have to pay the entry fee again, but you get to keep all the cards. Cool. We're definitely not doing jump-ins right now. We're getting so much more value out of the Premier draft over here that I don't see any reason to change my mind. This thing we did all the way through. We got our wins. So we're jumping masters already. Let's get back into here and let's do some drafting with some bronzies. Yeah. This is going to be fun. Ready. DJ Scoops going up against I'm not going to overly talk through every card. I think I just want to focus a little bit on, like the curve on this one, because as I just feel like we did really, really well on the last one, and it was because of the curve. So our rare here is an invasion, but I don't think it's that good of an invasion. And our second card to look at here, oof, this is a terrible, terrible pack. So we could end up with knights. 7 mana is so hard to flip. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, you get a copy. I mean, it's an amazing payoff, but it's not good. And I guess we would probably take the Troll or the Botanical Brawler. Botanical Brawler puts us in 2 different colors, and I think we probably just take the removal spell, to be honest. Dina's no bueno. Knight decks are scary because you don't always get the knights. Bolas Slingers are good, but I think I can pick them up on the late. Same with these 2 red cards. So red's really weak, and blue is weak. Green is barely existent. The black removal is, I think, the way to go. Tap another target creature. Yeah, I'm just going to stay with the removal on that one and be very disappointed with that pack. Very disappointed. Okay, really good removal, really good removal. So those are 2 really nice red cards to look at. The best removal in the game. So I think we're staying in the black removal creature situation. We certainly see this Phyrexian that helps us flip incubate tokens, which is cool, but we may not be pairing white, and I'm not trying to commit to white when I've got a card that I think I'd be happier with. I know this doesn't sound strange, but I would totally like to get this card on the back end. I think that that card has paid off in the Black Incubate deck a bunch. So these are all kind of equivalent to me, and if we can stay in the same color, end up getting a treasure token, help us get one step closer to a bomb that maybe on the next two packs exists, because it didn't exist in these two, I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. This thing's weird. When it dies, X's its power, and it gets a +1 until the end of the turn, so you can kind of turn it into a 2/2 and then become an incubator, but it's a lot of mana at that point. You're sinking like 4 mana into that thing. It doesn't make sense. Okay, we did get the rare that I kind of liked, which is cool. Other cards of note are Glistening Deluge, which is just all creatures, but it's not great. Then there's this Invasion. Enters the battlefield, you get to create a blue one, but you have to hit it for 5, and then it's an enchantment that hands out +1. This thing also hands out +1s, so there's no reason to do that. I haven't seen the Halo Forager played too much in the blue-black world. You can definitely see that there's some night synergy happening right here, though, and this is a really good common card, so I've seen enough to say maybe some white knights with some black removal is a possibility. I think that you do need one of these in the green deck if you're going to be dropping 1/1s onto everybody. But for the most part, I think that this is just good. Like, it does go nuts in a sacrifice deck, but we don't even have to be in a sacrifice deck to do well with that card. So we picked a red card, which we could splash if we wanted to. I don't think I like that. I think I'm going to end up taking this blue card here as a rare because none of these jump off the page as must-haves. And the Greatsword is the closest thing that I see to value in red right now. There's nothing in black. So we're gonna take the blue on the idea that maybe we end up in blue. I don't know. We got another battle, but this one's better. You get to draw 3 cards and then get rid of one. We've got one of the better blue cards right here that helps you island cycle for it. And then we got the Strobe Knight. And now I'm starting to think that the answer is knights. Blue and white knights. We got another black removal spell though too. So Strobe Knight taps to create 1, but you have to cast 2 turns. That's pretty dirtily. So we either get a blue uncommon invasion or a failed conversion removal spell. Let's go for the invasion. Let's keep it open. Wow. Black-white, a Vigilant Knight, but a 2/2 with Vigilance. Well, it's just 3/3 with Vigilance, actually. That's not bad. A little torn between taking the invasion for value here on this one versus a lot of cards that I could probably pick up later. You know what I mean? This is a good removal spell, but we're not in that color, so we'll take the invasion with probably no intention of playing it. I do like this. I do like this too. And I do like this too. And I do like this too. So, green is the color that we haven't touched. We do have a death touching 1/1, or we have a guaranteed, guaranteed to get played kind of 1/1 over here that I think is way undervalued. It doesn't do a lot after the fact, but it does convoke. And so take it. Oh my god, we got the same invasion again. Oh my god. How far down the value road do you want to go? You know? I'm going to take it over Yargle. No intention of playing that card either. Oh jeez. Oh, we got 3 different rares. This is our opening pack. And we could end up in blue-black. Not a good siege, but it's a rare. We're not going to end up in white, I don't think. So there's a possibility that we end up in blue-black, and We'll be all right. Remember I said I wanted one of these? I kind of meant it. I think the Incubate 3 on the Miss is so good. Glistening Deluge is eh. This is okay. This can actually be pretty good. And it's a Phyrexian, and we know that black loves Phyrexians. So, 2 bodies for 1, a lifelinker, or this. Probably take the lifelinker, actually, now that I think about it. We don't have that Phyrexian sort of shell yet. Definitely will take this guy. He's got a lot of value in the red-white world. And these things have been staring at me. Oh, look at that. We could get another one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, a mythic. Good, but very late in the game to make the kind of impact. Another good one that we've already got one of, so maybe we can get that one later. Another good defender over here. I just can't pass up this Monastery Mentor. It's just too good. It's just too good. It would literally drag me all the way to black-white, or green-white. And here is an invasion that creates those +1 counters as well. Now we're starting to see some white cards come back our way in... this card does a little everything. I don't know how I pass it up at this point. This is a good card, but this is just going to be better. We're going to have to pick a lane, and we're going to have to pick a lane soon. I'm not in love with my blue, and I'm starting to like my white a lot more. Ho! Ho! At the beginning of each end step, if you gain life, distribute that many +1 counters. What? The tandem takedown, the failed conversion, the blue-white to splash if we wanted to do it. I think I'm taking the unicorn. Am I taking the unicorn? Well, I got a couple of green-whites. We're just not really in green. I love it, but I'm not taking it. I'm going this way instead. Staying in black. And the question is just black-white or black-blue. And in this case, I do think we're looking at black-white. Cool invasion. Good 1-drop on the low end. We did say we need to keep the curve looking sweet. But some removal on the cheap side, always good. Always, always good. And another bola over here, kind of solidifying the white. Change the equations into the counter stuff. Green, blues, not really our colors. So what we're really looking at here is this guy, the Etched Familiar, which I think I already have one. Yeah, I already got one. So we'll take the bola. It's not really even question mark there. I haven't wanted to splash green. Let's take some more removal. Blue's not off the table. 5 mana, incubates 4, and then whenever permanent you control enters the battlefield under your control, you do this only once you get to draw a card. So it essentially kind of turns all your incubate tokens into card draws. That's pretty good. But we'll stay with the low to the ground interaction and then open up some lanes up here. Do we do this? Yeah, I think we do this. We already got one of these guys. Yeah. Yeah, now we can splash Judith. That makes me feel a lot better. White hands it off. Removal or informant. I don't want too many of these things, but there's nothing wrong with 2. And I definitely think we're doing good here at the bottom. I don't think that's a card that's getting played. Probably not playing that or that. Or that. Huh. Maybe that invasion. Maybe. I'd rather splash the red. There's some backup abilities in here. We can keep an eye on some backup abilities. We got 1, 2. Just 2 so far. Um, mm. Yargle and Multani. It is. Ichor Drinker's good. Nothing in the backup world up here, so we'll take the Ichor Drinker. And don't think blue is going to make the cut. There is a chance to splash green now, and Yargle and Multani make the deck. Puts us in 4 colors, though. But Yargle's like so late. It may not be worth it. We'll see. All right. Nice. Well, we haven't drafted the bombs in our colors. Yeah. Whoa. But there's one in our colors. Hope in a wheel. Hope in a wheel. Hope in a wheel. Hope in a wheel. There's enough hope into wheels in here. But we'll take the Flying Vigilant Angel on turn 4. That gives us all the activated abilities of everything else that they do. So, yeah. This pack is insane for us. Like, as far as white-black is concerned, the value is coming out of the pores, like, everywhere. So, I do think that that's a good place to start. Definitely... Okay. I think this one's actually worth more because of the ability to stabilize. But I also think, yeah, we'll stay low to the ground and we'll do this. There's things won us a game or 2 on there. We'll have some more low to the ground guys over here too, though. 4/4 for 6 isn't good. Cost you the 2 life. A little too scary. A little too many things could go wrong using that card. Not enough can go wrong there. That's good. No. Yes. 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 Oh my! Removal is coming out of our ears, and then a nice, very very nice card in the 2-drop mana spot. We don't need any more removal. Just not sure we have a win con yet. This is good though too. If I transform this thing, it's just going to make more Saprolings. You get a lot of bang for your buck. It's simply a sacrifice enabler, good brawler. Yeah, I kind of dig it. Yeah, I think I would end up liking to have that in my deck more often than liking any of the other cards that's out there. I don't want a third one. So take the Tarker. I think I do want a second one of those. We don't have a lot of incubate going on, right? And so this isn't going to do as much as this is going to do, but we already have one of these too. I'm a little nervous. I'll take the flyer. Nah, I'll take the access. It's a better card. This is going to focus us a little too on the colors. Gargoyle can sit in there. We've got a couple. We've got like some treasure capability. I don't think this City on Fire is going to make the cut. There's no reason to have that in the deck either. But this is good. This is good too. We'll take a look and see what the backup looks like out there. There's Judith. There's Jury. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1 counter on her, and then when she dies, deal damage equal to her power to anybody. Pretty cool. Phyrexian Cleric, Lifelinker, no backup, unfortunately. A couple other double strikers. I guess we'll try this. There's a chance that we play it. Red does seem like the splash of choice. I kind of dig this. Deals 3 damage to a target blocking or attacking creature. Yeah. Yeah, I think we do this. It's a nice removal spell in white. This is an invasion that mind rots out the other team, which is good. Do I have a Traumatic Revelation? I do, so we're definitely taking this guy. Okay, how are we looking down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got a lot of little guys. We got a lot of little guys. Sure. Yeah, no, I kind of ended up agreeing at the end. They say this is a better card. I think they're right. Do I have one of those already? Don't. So, okay, well, yeah, stay low, see what happens. If red becomes a splash, having a few options to splash is good. Nothing good here. Island cycling blue, just in case blue ends up making the grade after all. Flying back up, and Traumatic Revelation just can't get away from you. And a Billy Rider. Oh, cute. Okay, so our deck is definitely leaning into, just to point this out, right? 2 rares, 3 rare, 4 rare, and then here's a 5th rare. if you were a rare, we didn't care what color you were. We took you, right? So we got the 5 rares that are in this series already. And then let's take a look at what the rest of the curve looks like, right? So we have to make 10 cuts. We've got 23 creatures with a lot happening down here in the bottom of the curve. So if we do what the pros do and sneak a peek, this is what removal looks like right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different removal spells. I don't need all those. It's an easy cut. So, one thing to consider is that splashing this means that we would also want to look at backup. We don't have it on much. We may not have it on anything, hardly. Like 1, 2. Oh, this is another this is another removal spell too. It's possible that we end up losing a Final Flourish, but there's a Monastery Mentor here that's going to end up gaining quite a bit from all of these removal spells. And so it's like getting a 1/1 with prowess every single time we cast one, and then turning them all into 2/2s when they attack if we use it again to open up the lane. So Monastery Mentor is going to go really nice with all of these spells. I don't see me cutting any of these at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a 9th spell for removal. But 8 different ways to trigger the Monastery Mentor feels right. Feels really good. I think that I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this too. They don't fit anything. Splashing red feels a little scary for a 2/2 that hands out +1s and something that gains +1s when we sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't see it yet. It doesn't mean that we can't use it. It's just having them down here on the curve is a scary place to put them. Faux show. 2 1-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops is a whole lot of interaction. We might want to consider maybe cutting like this guy. He can gain late in the game by taking things out of the graveyard, but what I've noticed is a lot of things come back out of the graveyard in this, and so you don't always end up with the kind of targets that you're hoping for in there. I also don't think that this Kithkin does much. It's a good blocker, but we're not playing defense here. Um, this is these kind of work together though a little too. I'm uh, I'm not so sure about Etched Familiars being like an amazing value in the 3 mana spot. Oh, Icar Spike. I need you. Icar Shade, yeah. And I don't think this invasion is going to work out too well either. It is a 2/2 flyer. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 2 or fewer cards in their hand, they get 2 damage. That can be pretty nice at the end of the game. I'd like to practice with that and see how that plays out. Because I can imagine being in top deck mode and just essentially like, it's like having a Shelly, right? She just keeps popping you for 2 every time at the beginning of your turn. And it goes away quick. We need 2 more cuts. Currently don't need any of those. I'm not cutting that, or those 2. I might cut that, but I think I'm cutting that. Probably this. I gotta be honest with you. The thing that I want to cut the most is the Invasion of Eldraine. It's just a lot of work for a 2/2. I get that, like, if you've got a nice, easy way to get rid of it, it's cool, but 4 mana, and then they get rid of 2 cards, that could definitely slow them down, though. That could make life really, really tough. Because when you get to, like, turn 4, and then you lose 2 cards, like, what's your road back to getting more than 2 cards in your hand? I don't know. I'm definitely playing Yargle. I think it's this. A 2/2 for 4. Ain't gonna get it done. It does bring the creature count a little bit low, but, and this is the but, we make creatures, right? We make a creature. We remove their creatures? Like, we're not going to trade in a bunch of attacks. We can definitely attack up here. Yeah, okay. White and black look pretty consistent, unfortunately, with the double pip situation. Do you think that we'd end up taking something like 1 green into the deal, just because it's very unlikely that I want to play anything less than 17 lands. And yeah, I think that we actually have the right kind of deck for the Monastery Mentor. even though it would probably do better in like a blue-red or a blue-white deck that has a lot of other burn spells, we have so many of these other non-creature spells that exist. It's just non-creature spell, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I missed one. There's got to be 9, right? Is that right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we got 9. Yeah, that works. May not be great, but it could be good. So let's practice. I have no idea if this is going to be a good one or a bad one. Part of me wants to play right now and find it. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Come here, you draft deck. I'm just going to put cards that we drafted into here just to see. When it enters the battlefield, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile 2 non-land cards with mana value 4 or less. You may cast one of those 2 cards without paying its cost. So you're getting 4 mana back for a 5 mana cost. Put one of them into your hand. Oh, cool. Then put the other card exiled this way on the bottom of your library. Then when you flip it, target player draws 2 cards, and then you put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield and create a token that's a copy of a permanent you control. Then you distribute 3+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures you control. Then you destroy target permanent an opponent controls. Holy crap. So, target player draws 2 cards, and then you put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield, and then you create a token that's a copy of a permanent you also control, and then you +3 everything, or at least 3 things, and then you get rid of 1 thing on your side. Dang, that's actually a really good invasion. Just the 5 mana thing is tough to make happen. This thing's also nutty. All right, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's 24, 25, right? So we come back 1 and do 24. Is that right? 24 lands? As far as these guys are concerned, we'll just lose you. And then let's just see. I know we had one of these. I guess we didn't have one of those or those. Definitely think we had one of those. Bolaslinger, no. Consumer Aetherborn, yes. Invasion of Eldraine, we did. No, on the Deadly Derision. I definitely think we had a copy of all of that stuff. Did we have another one? We did. Okay. It's not ideal. 1323 feels a little closer to the creature count that we had. 2 invasions, 1 Bola Slinger, 2 Monastery Mentors means that we're going to get a good feel over what the heck's going on. Can definitely live without the Kithkin, and unfortunately we don't get to practice with the double whites and the double blues. So just take note on turn 2 how many times we had one or the other, and how many times we had neither. Alright. This is just a practice to understand what we've got going on in our deck and see if there's anything that we liked better than what we've got. This deck turned out so good, though. Oh, so good. Got a trophy with it on our very first draft in here. That's pretty good. All right, Sparky. 3 mana coming your way. Go here. Typhoid rats. Let's get rid of some stuff out of your hand here. Ooh, nice. Okay. How dare you? Get the mana, go wide. Boom goes the dynamite. That's why we like that card. Can transform it on the next one in order to keep going wide. Maybe. See if you want to block it. That is yeah. Hey. No. Does this count? We'll go with no. Okay with that. Let's turn this guy into a real dude. I'm a real boy! Any chance we're gonna get that typhoid rat to, you know, do something? Just 1 mana away from that thing. Sure. I love it. Over to the top and on. Interesting. Like a severe lack of removal on our draw, but all these little creatures just do a lot of little creature kinds of things. And that's game. Huh. Kind of ate right through all of his guys, one by one. I didn't hate it at all. Monastery Swiftspear didn't get a chance to go so well on that. Huh. Okay. All right. Bolus Slinger to open it up. 3 mana coming in. Got a turn 1 that we can't use. All the way to turn 3. It's going to be a rough one. Let's see if this works. Yeah, didn't turn out to be too bad. Get out of here. Best deal in the game. Ooh. Okay. I think we do a conversion on this. Yeah, I like the conversion. Say no. I got an idea. I think I want to throw a Bolus Slinger out there. Do the plus on this dude. Get rid of the 3/3. Right? And then we'll definitely trade. You dirty rat. You dirty rat. No. That hurts. This is not going as well as the other one did. Come on, removal. Where are you at? Haven't drawn one yet. Ah! No. It's a good trade. Oh yeah, right over the top. Nope. Nope. What you got going on here? Activate abilities your opponent's control can't be activated. Yeah, we'll get rid of you. Oh, cool. We can't cast it yet. Let's get something we can cast. See you later, pups. Sure. Is it? Dang. Took him a while to get going. But once he did, the convoke. This thing is just going to convoke as a 1, right? A white monk. Such a good card. Don't think I want this. How would we... I don't know how we'd get that out. Yeah, we'd have to do a little bit extra because we want these to happen sooner than later. That's on there. And so by putting these double pips down here, and I don't think we should take that card at all, to be honest. I like this one, though. I think we do that, too. I know it sounds weird to go down another creature, right? But gaining that Monastery Mentor and then getting them to reveal their hand and then discard a card. Yeah, there's just too many good things that happen with this card that support the Monastery Mentor. You create sacrifice capabilities. Is the +1 on the red worth that much? We've got a lot of hand hate in here because it's like discard 2 cards, discard 2 cards, discard 2 cards. And then we've got destroy your creature, right? That was blocking. And then we've got destroy your creature. And then we've got destroy your creature twice. And then we've got destroy your creature. And we've got take your creature. Yeah, I kind of like this supporting these little guys down here a little bit more. And then we can use these removal spells because this endless slew of removal, right? Just kind of shows up at just the right time. And then this can help us splash too if we get stuck. Can also help us pull these things back out of the grave. Not grave, but out of the, the need. I guess the golden scaled aeronaut with the backup ability may not be the creature of choice. But what would be, right? Like, it's not these invasions. It's not this Kithkin. Is it this? It might be. I think it is. I think we're going to have so many of these little guys that we're going to actually be able to boost up our Ichor Shade by quite a bit. And yeah, I think that this thing's going to end up becoming pretty nice with the little bodies disappearing. And the little bodies are going to be a lot more scary attacking for 2 than attacking for 1, right? Or even attacking for 3. So I do think that she works really, really nice with the Monastery Mentor, even though her coloring's not on the same page there. But yeah, I feel like Yargle's just kind of a psh. I mean, it may get out there, it may not. If it does, you got all your eggs in one basket. This is good if sacrificing, but I think Judith works. Yeah. I think Judith works with Monastery Mentor as a bunch of extra bodies to cast. We are +1, right? On the creature count. It's probably you. Yeah. Yeah, you do the least. You know, you do something good in the beginning, but then later on it's like, yeah, you do the kind of the least. So I like this. And I really want to see the pickle fairies. Like I really want. They're prickle fairies, not pickle fairies. I'm like all about those pickle fairies. Give me those pickles. Are they Dave's pickles? Are they spicy? If they're spicy, I want a lot of them. Nope. Yes. Keep it. And probably get rid of the 2-mana guy. Alright, we got our 2-2 out on time. Looking good, looking good. Curving out. Oh, you got one of those? How about I take that from you? And a 1-1 to just round that out and make that curve feel solid. Solid as a rock. Yeah. You're worth getting rid of, I guess. And I can transform you on the next one. Let's go. Sure. Why did that eat up my... They're both going to transform. I know, I know, I know, I know. They both have the ability to transform into something that's worth a lot more than where they are right now. Hello! Yeah. Get out of there. Woohoo! Murder! Prickle fairies coming your way. Prickle fairies never having a bay. I like that. Take 3. Boom. Another 2-2 flyer coming our way. And we can activate you, create some bodies. I think we'll have to... Wait a minute, I have that. Haha! Later, Prickle Fairies. Prickle Fairies say no. Sure. Coming at you. Dang, those are good. Those are good. No. No, it's fine. Just do this too. Pew! Ping! Prickle Fairies for the win! Damn. Okay. It feels good. It feels like it curves and controls. Like, I don't feel like there's a lot of things coming back at us that we have to worry too much about. Um, let's go. Let's play a game. 3 mana, Ichor Shade. Okay, I like this. We've got 2 white, and then a 3rd mana that comes in slow that would slow down the Ichor Shade. Um, part of me thinks just take the hit here, because then I can use the Final Flourish on their creature later, depending on what he throws, right? Yeah, we can get rid of that. Okay. I say we take the opportunity to make their life a little harder. See what comes in. Okay, here's something. It's going to be big, because you're not going to want to play it. Ooh, is that what that is? How did this end up in your deck? It's 6 mana? What? Nothing happening, huh? Three colors and a colorless. Sorry, Rona. You're going to have to go away. It's good. I do like how he looks like he's in a glass bubble. It's a little different sound. Oh! Oh! Ah! Hey, she's coming back. She deletes 2 cards. She's dead again. Appears fine. Good game. Yeah. Dang. That was mean. That was awesome, but it was mean. Hey. 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 Cool. Rare card in the new set. Take it. Want to know? Mastery Pass says we got little progress going on over here. Can figure out which one of these card sleeves look the coolest. None of them. So we'll take Yargle, since we're playing black. Oh, that's cool. Gloomfang's good. Invasion of Eldraine's the one with the prickle fairies that we liked. I haven't played that one yet. We have copies of AR, and there she is. The scariest girl in the game. Go back to another game. Okay, opponents are going to get a little bit better now. Not to say that that opponent was bad, but the move to continually sacrifice 2 cards to bring her back out was just, oof, not good. Not good at all. So, Traumatic Revelation with 2 mana and a removal spell and another, like there's enough to do here that I'm actually going to take a 2 mana hand, which I already got a card advantage because he already had to get rid of one. And there's our another mana. We're good. That's going to make this Traumatic Revelation really tough on our boy here. Yep. What you got? So he's got the mana to do this next. And then he's got this. Or I can get a 3/3 at the beginning of the next turn. I don't want no prickle fairies. They're scary. Mm-hmm. We'll probably just get rid of this thing now. Just exile those 2. Get a little bit of health back. That is totally fine. I still get the +1 on the health. Mm-hmm. So we still have the -1. Ouch. Can't block him. Mm-hmm. That I can get rid of. That I cannot. So we'll get rid of you to prevent you from transforming. We'll attack, tap you, get in. Unfortunately, he's going to be coming at me with a lot more, so we're going to need a red mana on another removable spell. We've done a lot of removal so far. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to do something quick here. That's not it. That's not it. I guess we just stop the 2. But if I can't draw something, I'm in trouble. Mm-hmm. That is something. Removal spell, please. Just one. Oof. Still double block him. need the removal spell. That's it. Good game. Never got it. It was a risky, risky hand to take in the beginning. Huh. Just never picked up the spell. I went really quick and it bit me in the butt. I really stalled out and ended up getting way too much mana. You know, I think I had an 8 or 9 mana and I started the hand with 2. And it only was like an 8-turn game. So out of 8 draws, 6 of them were mana. That's just too much. It's supposed to be 30%, I'm sorry, 40% roughly. It's like 39% right now. And instead that was 75-ish percent. Everything's in black. I can remove one thing. So I should be able to get 2 draws, maybe 3 draws. It's not the color I'm looking for. Come on, black. Not black cards. I need black mana. It's a nice card. Shit. Alright, nothing I can do about that. I'm going to stop this guy somehow. Please, black mana, please. Please, black mana, please. Are you kidding me? Are you going to cost me 2 games mana? Did it twice to me? You're going to flood me out in one color and not the other? Come on. Yeah, I can do this. Get rid of that. This guy's just going to ramp right by me, though. Don't you? There it is. There it is. Let's take a look at what we're facing at this point. Probably not getting rid of anything. God. Stupid 1+1. Thank God. Oh, I don't have the black. I don't have it still. Oh my God. I can only do 1 card still. Let's see. I think I'll just do one of these. Alright. I'll be fine trading him for anything. Okay, so if I did this, I can't believe I still have one black and that's it. I can't believe it. Something's gonna give. Okay, so we do this. He got mana screwed too. He got mana screwed too because he didn't have white. Same thing. Same thing. How do you have experience counters though? I don't get it. Hmm. Wow. 2-1. We pulled one out of our butt cheeks on that one. Did not go our way. Next win's huge because it gets us up to 1,000, and that's pretty much the line that we're looking for as far as success is concerned. Let's see what the colors are in the mana. Judith, Monastery, and Timurit, and they're all white. I'm going to mulligan that because I am not doing that again. Keep 6, put you back in there. We'll go with you first, just in case something comes out quick. This is really good, by the way. Like, I was really pretty impressed. Cool. Yeah, I think so. Is that our third one? Yeah, I might transform him. Nice. No blocks. Mm-hmm. That's it. Goodbye. Hmm. If I don't get a playable, like either a white mana card, I will do the Alabaster Host Ancestor, because this is not that scary. This is another chance. That is really scary. Okay. See what happens. I have 5. I just need one more mana. I'm going to wait on it. I'm going to go for another one. That's okay. It's going to put him on there, yeah. That's fine. Yeah, unfortunately. More. Come on, mana. Any color. Any color would be huge right about now. Right about now. The Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother, right about now. The Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. Record chimneys, record chimneys, record chimneys, record chimneys, record chimneys, record chimneys. You're doing a lot of this, but you already attacked. Come on, mana. Okay, stop it. You are not mana. Dang. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to get as good of a return. Record chimneys, record chimneys, record chimneys, record chimneys. I'm just feigning that I have that card that does damage to 4 damage to them, and then I can throw that out there, but I don't because I don't have it. It was a bluff. It was worth it though. Strengthen the hand here. Stop the 3/3 and the 5/5. Take the 7/6 in the face. Please just give me 1 mana. Please. Please. Oh. Stop it! I don't understand. You're out of cards, and yet this little fricker gets you so much mana. It's nutty. I think that's game. Interesting. Not what I would have done with 8 damage. That seems like enough to beat me. Come on, you're go. Just go. You don't need any more. You're fine. I'm pretty sure you got me, buddy. I just want you to do your thing. I don't want you to sit here. Come on. I want you to do your thing. Yeah. 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 Huh. I couldn't ever get it. Yeah! I can finally cast a card. Oh well. I think we're good. I couldn't get it. And we really, really, really want to win this next one. Let's just go for it and win it. That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to go slow, right? If you don't have the mana to get through and you lose that 1 or 2 turns, you can see what 1 turn in this format does. He put out 7 creatures in 1 turn at the end there. Like so, I got him down to 8, and then I couldn't find the removal spell. I lost 2 turns, and it was over. If I had the mana at any moment to take and remove that 7/6 guy, I'm attacking with lethal at that moment right there. So really big of a big bummer. Mana screwed twice on both of them. One of them gave it back to me. Yeah. Let's take a look here. An invasion tree, a removal, sacrifice a creature. He only has one more mana, so I really actually have time. Hmm. Keep making his life hard. Okay. I kind of love it. 4 mana over there. Can't transform him yet. Probably do the transform on the next one. Wouldn't mind having mana number 5 and getting the flying thing going now. Didn't happen, so we can just do this. What? I didn't get my little sapperling? I love it. He uses it on a 2-mana creature. Did it! Hmm. One, two, and he's got 3 there, so we can do that. See what happens. Good opponent. We won. With our control. Got to 3. Yeah, that was good. That was real good. Definitely got the control factor off of a guy who wanted to breach that multiverse. Dude had some rare cards too. Like, played him against us. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. We did it. We got to 3 wins. We feel so good now. 1 more win is huge. Extra pack, extra 400 gems. But yeah, Let's go. Let's go. That was the big one, though. That one was worth like 800 gems. So this is all gravy. Okay. We don't have the mana for this, but we do have a removal spell, and we do have the mana for that. So we'll start one there, go two there, drop him in there, and then see how the white comes out. Opponent gets to go first, because why wouldn't they? They always do. I'm just kidding, by the way. I just never take note. Double Final Flourish. Huh. Honestly, don't remember having two of these in the deck. Cool. Okay. This thing is scary. I think we take a look and then decide if we want the 3/3 to block or not. See this? Like, no. I'll take on these guys, although he's pretty good, but no. 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 That's just an absolutely not. No way. Yep, I get it. You get mana coming out your ears. Mm-hmm. Probably just Final Flourish this thing. Cancel? Wait, what? It's not that hard. Mm-hmm. Get to ramp again. Cancel. Stop doing that. Put it on there. Do that. Go. God, it's getting hard around here. Hey, look at this. No way. I have a creature. Chomping Kavu gives it to him. Goes in without being blocked. Nothing I can do. This is really rough. Here you go. Can't do anything. Next, no attacks, and... Alright, I'll get rid of the Wayfinder if I have to. This dude's gotten green and big real fast. I think we're going to lose. Neither of these are enchantments. They're both enchantments! Go away. Yeah, I think we sell out here. He has no more cards. Nope. Yeah, I know. Drive me crazy. Go away. No attacks. Please stop throwing creatures out. You have too many creatures, man. Everything is a creature. Just take a break. Probably gonna just chump that. Because I need the... Okay. This thing scares me. Because he's got plenty of mana. What do you think? Throw it. See what he got. Yeah. Better. Better. No attacks. Okay. let's go here. He quit! I didn't think he was gonna concede. I guess we figured out what to do, and it was take away all of his cards. Oh my God! Daxos. 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 Kisses. Kisses for you, Daxos. Kisses. Oh, dude, we went through just all small ball. Did we ever get off the, like, 4 mana? I guess this one was bigger than 4 mana, but he saw the prickle fairies, and then I guess he said, oh, this guy's going to just keep me down. He quit. I can't believe he quit. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's got to be sick to his tummy after that. 4 wins. 4 wins makes this. If we paid for gems, this whole thing would have cost us a grand total of 100 gems. Now, that's a big risk to take with 1,500 gems. You know, that's like half of a battle pass. It's not a lot when you get up and off the ground. But dang, my friends, dang. That's a big difference. I'm thinking of swapping out Timurit for a little bit easier to cast Nezumi. Feels like the right answer. Yeah, yeah. This, like, we're going to keep your cards out of your hands in limited is so frustrating when you're playing against it that I think we just got to win right there off of the idea that, like, he felt like he could never stabilize. 3 mana, but Monastery is the closest thing to a castable card early. All 3 different colors. Traumatic Revelation. Never mind. Never mind. Just like that, I changed my mind completely. Let's see what you got. Yeah, I think I could deal with that a lot easier than that. He's got a couple of takedowns, but he only has 1 green pip right now, and I'm not worried about that. So I think I just take this. I will not be blocking this. If I can get a black mana, I can actually get rid of that thing. But if I can't, I can just do this. Okay. Sure. Why not? You can transform the Aetherblade agent. He does have the takedowns to take something down. It would be 5, so he could take out, like, Drana Linvala. I really want 1 more black mana. Nice. Yeah. Who gets a failed conversion? You get a failed conversion. Scry 2. It is a removal spell that we'll have the mana for to double spell, and it's a creature. And I'll take them both. I like it. Got him down to 9. Blight Reaper Talid could do another takedown against my Golden Sail Aeronaut. I think I do want you out here just in case something dies. You never know. And I think we do, well, no. Just do that. Okay. I hear you. Alright, something's going to die with this thing right here. 6 mana to get rid of something. What's going to be? Probably want to get rid of the flyer, but smart. Alright, so I can throw this out and still have the Elspeth ready to rock, right? Oh, I could transform you too. Let's go. Next, I'll attack. I want to see what happens. Do this on this. Where'd all your creatures go? Problem with fight spells for removal. You need creatures. You got one. Oh. I can't get that mana, but... Let's go, baby. Use 2 black and then cast the tandem and kill something and get another thing gone. I mean, there's a line here. I don't want you to feel like there isn't. You block the 2/1 and then you use the tandem takedown to get rid of like the Golden Scale Aeronaut. You'll take 3. How many of those did you get? 2? Awesome sauce. Good for you. Wasn't the right play, just to let you know. But come on, Blackguard. You can do it. Blackguard. Come on, give me something that does some damage. Come on, give me something that does some damage. This is going to be a tough one to lose. I'm kind of bad. Come on. Give me a card. Dude, Those are not cards. Like, that's just flooding at the end of the game. That's just crazy. I know. Yeah, I know. What do I have? Yeah. Yeah, I know. That might be it, dude. That is definitely it. We lost. We got close. And I'm not so sure what I did, except for maybe I could have taken out the other thing. But nothing I could do. Good game. I mean, it's just nothing I could do. I couldn't turn it around with 4 manas in a row. So we got 4 wins before we got to the third loss, and that is no, we got 3 wins. No, we got 4. We got 4 wins. Let's reclaim that prize. That's awesome. That is awesome. I said we wanted to get to 4,000, 4,000 gems on 2 runs. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We are stoked. Yeah, there's a 5 mana deck. That's just gonna rock. 5 different color deck. If we get all the triomes together. That is cool. This is really good. That's it. And this is always good too. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You know, you may exile the legendary creature from among them until the next turn. You can cast it without paying its mana cost. Like legendary red white. I wonder if there's a new legendary 21 rares. Whoa. And an invasion, a mythical invasion that turns into a planeswalker. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 unless you discard a creature. Haha, you get an emblem with knights. Well, there you go. You're the knight. The knight invasion. I dig that. This one's good too. In the ramp style for sure. And then the unicorn. Okay, very happy with how today went, especially in the games side of things. We went 7-2, and then we went 4-3, and that's pretty good. That's 11-3 or 4-5. That's really good. Now, I will put the caveat that we did all of this in bronze/silver, right? And so the people that we're playing against were not super experienced, and when I went up against more experienced people, I lost like handily today. I had 2 really, really bad drafts on the other side of the equation. So it's not all, puppies and sunshine out here. But we have enough to buy the Mastery Pass if we ever choose to do it. I don't think we're going to. I think what I would rather do is just kind of continue to collect some gold along the way and maybe punch another Premier draft later on in the week after I get to 10,000 gold roughly, and then just use these gems to feed into kind of a system of doing drafts on the quick draft side of things. Quick draft right now is sitting here in Phyrexia All Will Be One, and we definitely don't have the amount of cards in Phyrexia All Will Be One to say we shouldn't do it on the quick draft side. So maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll do some quick drafts in Phyrexia All Will Be One, because I'm pretty familiar with the set, and it would be relatively cheap, right? Like I think that we could probably spend something like 1,000 of the gems over here to get maybe 3 or 4 drafts into it while we're waiting for gold to come up, and while we're getting a little bit closer to when the March of the Machines goes into a quick draft, because then when that happens, then we'll continue to acquire all the rare new cards in the set and start to do much, much better. Overall, though, I am stoked. Stoked. You could give me an idea, right, of like set collection comparisons. We've been playing, the Brothers War is at 51%. This thing's been out for just a couple days. We're at 42%. Phyrexia All Will Be One is at 74%. That's the latest set that we were in the entire time. And I think we did like a draft or two in Kamigawa, but we're kind of living at like the halfway point in most of these sets, and we've already passed up some of the older sets that we were doing just jump-ins on a daily basis. It gives you an idea how many cards you can acquire and how quickly you can acquire a full set if you're good at drafting. If you're able to get into the draft and you're able to do better, then you can do some pretty cool things. We got up to silver, so we'll probably stay in silver even through the quick drafts that we do. And then we're sitting in gold over here, so there's other things that we can do in the ranked side. I'm very curious to see how the new decks play out. Um, with all the new cards, I think that one of the first things that everybody does is try to make a deck of all new cards, right? And what I think you should do is you should do something like this and type in Knight, right? And then check out all the Xerex Strobe Knight cards and the Invasion of Phyrexia and then this Knight and say, wait a minute, I think there's a Knight synergy that exists that can kind of work, and it's not just brand new cards alone. It's Knights in older Knights. Although I say all this and I don't see, I got an Adeline, yay. Maybe we don't have the Knights yet. But that's just an idea. The other idea would be to do Phyrexians, and then just, we've got some decent Phyrexians to look at over here. Another thing we could do is we could type in one of the new, incubate kinds of things to see, like, how many things do we have that actually incubate? And not that much, right? Because this one does and this one does. And then this one's like when it dies, it does. Like there's not a lot of incubation stuff. So we have truly, like, we've not cracked the seal on the capabilities and the synergies that exist within these cards. Convoking on these large guys are pretty cool. Convoking on a removal spell is amazing. Here's a Knight that convokes. A little bit of back and forth between the two. And then you can look at like equipment and stuff like that. But that's probably the best way to build a deck if we're looking for the synergies to get used to inside and understand how the cards play together. The other thing that we could do is we could take existing decks that we've got and say, what cards could we add to them that are going to make them better? Kind of like what we do when we do the jump-ins, right? Where we do a jump-in, gather the 2 rare cards, and then take a look back here in the decks and go, oh, look, we got the squee, and then we add the squee into the deck, and then boom goes the dynamite, right? Yeah, like this is a good example of like an aggro oil deck that doesn't have a squee and kind of has a couple of creatures that proliferate when they make connections, and a couple of creatures that benefit from proliferation, a couple of creatures that grow as they go, and then the forge and the sprinter that kind of provide endless value, along with burn coming off of our everywhere. Burn, 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 burn. So there's decks that are out there for sure for us to make, even with the cards that we've got, and I'm looking forward to it. All right. It's funny enough, you can tell we don't draft blue, we don't draft green, although